So folks, Jimmy here, Grain and Train, video for today. And this post just want to talk about not being fooled, don't be deceived. And here's what I mean by that. When you look on the internet, there's a lot of deception going on. I'm speaking specifically about health and wellness. I mean, there's a lot of garbage going around in all categories, but for this video specifically, health, fitness related, and sports performance actually, strength and conditioning. So much garbage going out there, so much bad information coming from uncredible sources, and what's catching people's attention is the look factor. Alright, things, exercises are looking cool on camera, they look like they're pretty challenging and tough, or the person that's doing the programming may look the part, shredded abs, really muscular. And I'm here to tell you that a lot of that is deception. A lot of the nutrition information is coming from people who have no idea about nutrition. They're, people on steroids who get away with eating whatever. And like I said, it's just bad. And a lot of people are falling for the deception and they're not getting the results. Or they hear so much they don't know what to do or what to think. So I just want to, kind of shed some light on just how looks can be deceiving by sharing a story, my personal story. So when I was coming out of college, I had aspirations about playing professional football, and I was known for my insane work ethic. I mean, I'd work out 2-3 times a day, 6 days a week. I mean, killing myself every work. There was no such thing as taking it easy. I just didn't know what to do besides just kill myself in the gym. I felt if I wasn't killing myself, I wasn't getting better, and I was just pushing. Alright, and by the looks of things, I was muscular. I was sitting at a solid 200 pounds. I was under 10% body fat. Kind of like what would be the poster child of health. So by the looks of things, it looked like I was a guy that really knew what he was doing, healthy, the whole shebang. And I actually had a wake-up call. Now, I'd never go to the doctors, but I was talked into going just to get a physical. Alright, and I reluctantly agreed, but I'm glad I did because it was actually eye-opening. Got my blood pressure checked. It was 180 over 110. Now, if you're not familiar with blood pressure, that's extremely high. And even, the nurse kind of freaked out, couldn't believe it. And they actually wanted to put me on high blood pressure medication for the rest of my life. That's what the doctor said. And I refused to accept that diagnosis. I'm like, I'm in my early 20s. I'm like, I'm not taking this the rest of my life. It's something else that's causing this, and it can be fixed. So it took some study, it took some self, analysis. But what I learned was a lot of things. One of the things that was causing my high blood pressure was stress. This was at a time in my life where I couldn't find a job, I was broke, I complained a lot, I was really negative. There was a lot of stress in my life at the time. And then I was only making it worse by training the way I was. Because at the time, I didn't know much about programming or exercise. I just kind of did everything with as much effort as I could to get better. That's how I learned. So by adding to the already stress that I had, it's just wreaking havoc on me internally, on a hormonal level. So that was contributing to the blood pressure. I was also eating foods that cause inflammation, dairy in particular. I learned that dairy is one of those things that I really shouldn't be eating because it causes, my joints to really be sore and causes internal inflammation. And when your body's inflamed, your blood pressure is going to go up, amongst other, things, that are bad for you health-wise. So, my diet, eating things that I shouldn't have been eating, that wasn't agreeing with my body, was another issue. Alright, I wasn't sleeping very well. Alright, I was so doped up off pre-workouts and things like that that I was sleeping like 2 hours a day. It was bad. I just couldn't fall asleep. And sleep, that's when the body heals itself, that's when it regenerates. So you got to get, some good quality sleep. And I wasn't getting it. So, these three things right there just really kind of compounded like the issue. And like I said, it was, affecting me health-wise, and I didn't know it. But had I not addressed these things, like I would have been, on the path of some serious health problems. But what goes to my point was, I looked the part, people would have believed everything I told them, but I was actually unhealthy. I actually didn't know what I was doing. I looked the part. Now I learned along the way. Again, I learned from a lot of experience, trial and error. I met some people along the way, and it took me some time to know what I know now about, diet, exercise program, all those things. And I just want to tell you that don't always believe what you see online. Don't believe the pictures. Don't believe the crazy exercise videos. You really have to sit down and think, well, who's giving me the information? Were they just a former athlete, a competitor, or does this person go to school for this? Do they have a science background? Do they have an exercise science degree? Are they certified? You have to really look to these things. Again, just because somebody competed in bodybuilding doesn't mean he knows anything about health and wellness, fitness, or sports performance. They know bodybuilding, and even then, they may not even know how to program for that because a lot of them have coaches that do it for them. All right, so like I said, a lot of creative marketing going on, a lot of lifestyle marketing that's getting people's attention. So you just got to be wary of that. All right, don't be fooled. Stick with the experts. All right, one thing I pride myself on is not only looking the part, but I also took the time to educate myself. Again, there was a time where I didn't know what I was doing, but fast forward to now, I have a master's in exercise science, 4 certifications. I'm always reading new books and learning, and I was fortunate enough to learn from a lot of really, really smart scientists and top coaches in the industry. So you gotta really do your research, find a credible source. Don't just kind of go all in and just do stuff because you see it look cool online. All right, so I hope that helps. Please, if you have any questions about programming, where to go, feel free to reach out to us. We try to guide people in the right direction all the time. Check out the website, ingrainedtotrain.com. Or you can email us at teami2t@ingrained2train.com with the number 2. Or you can like our Facebook page, Ingrained to Train.